listeners, stay with me to get the spoilers first and subscribe to the channel. Let's find out what's going to happen tomorrow on YNR. Sienna, who is jealous, spies on Noah and Audra with Victor's crushing blow. Friday, April 3rd, Victor Newman will show that he keeps his promises to destroy things, and Sienna Buckle will see something that makes her uneasy. First of all, Sienna will walk in on Noah Newman and Audra Charles looking a little too comfortable with each other. Audra and Noah will be talking about things that happened in the past, so Sienna might see a spark between them. Sienna might get a little jealous, so she might kiss Noah to show that she owns him. Sienna doesn't trust Audra and definitely doesn't want her to get back together with Noah, so she might make it clear that Noah has moved on. Still, Sienna might be worried deep down that Noah still loves Audra. That could make her worry about her own relationship with Noah and the fact that Audra might be able to pull him back down a bad path. With Diane Jenkins Abbott and Kyle Abbott, they will surprise Victoria Newman with a lot of questions. Kyle and Diane might want to know exactly what Victoria knew about Victor's yacht disaster, which clearly included Patty Williams' return. Victoria didn't know the details, but she wouldn't have been able to stop Victor anyway. Victoria is Victor's biggest fan right now, so she'll keep defending him even though he's been acting badly. As for Victor, he'll keep his word in the YNR episode on Friday. Victor promised to make Kane Ashby's life even worse, so will this be about hurting him or someone else? Victor might not be done going after Jack Abbott either, but Nikki Newman will be ready to move on with a vengeful group. Nikki will use her powers of persuasion on Friday's show, so she might be able to get all the horrible Patty news out of Jack. From there, angry Nikki might be able to get Jack to agree that they need to make Victor pay right away. Spoilers for The Young and the Restless say that some risky games will start up as the week comes to an end. Let's find out a little more. Riza has to deal with her men while Matt Clark comes back and Sharon makes Phyllis smaller. Daniel and Tessa talk about their mother and Maria at Crimson Lights. She tells him how hard it was to say goodbye to her wife because she didn't know what would happen. Daniel then talks about how hard it is to say goodbye to Phyllis, who is tiring. Things get awkward and Daniel suggests they do something other than talk. He gets out a guitar and they start to sing. Danny sneaks in and listens without being seen. He comes out and claps when the song is over. Danny gets emotional and says he's proud of them and offers to make their album. Daniel, Danny, Tessa, YNR. Next, Danny tells them to go to his concert in Barcelona. Daniel wavers and looks at Tessa, who shrugs and says that the nanny can stay with Aria. She pushes Daniel to agree. He says he will go, but he isn't sure if he wants to be his dad's next big act. Danny promises not to give you a hard shell. Tessa is so happy that just talking about going away makes her shoulders relax. Phyllis is getting smaller. Sharon calls Faith from the park and tells her that Maria isn't ready for the video calls. She hangs up and sits down. Phyllis walks in and asks what happened. She is crying. Sharon says she is fine, but she thanks her for caring. Sharon, Phyllis, YNR. Of course, they argue about what Phyllis is doing to Victor. The redhead loves and says she is an angel in heaven compared to him. Sharon knows that her kids are the only thing that really matters to her. How could she do this to Summer? Don't you dare talk about my daughter, Phyllis snaps. Sharon says that Victor might not have the time or energy to come after her. Newman was made to keep him and the people he loves safe. Phyllis shouldn't have it. If she loses her kids' trust and support, is it really worth it? Sharon, Phyllis, why and R. Sharon acts like a therapist while Phyllis tells her why she didn't want to join the men and be at their mercy. Sharon figures out that she doesn't want to be controlled or trapped. This all goes back to Martin. Phyllis remembers that last month was the 1 year anniversary of their being left in that cell to die. Sharon, who is sorry, hasn't said anything. They talk about Sharon's claim that they own. Phyllis says that a psycho is after Sharon and that her kids aren't talking to her. They are not doing well. Sharon, Phyllis, Y and R. Sharon tells Phyllis that they are free and Martin is in jail. Phyllis still feels it in her heart. Sharon tells her to look away and trust the people around her who want what's best for them. What do you really wanna from this path you are on? I want it all, Phyllis says. He's back. Matt Clark goes to Riza's poker room in Vegas and kisses her. She didn't think she would see him tonight. He wants to watch her play poker tonight, but she tells him that her clients don't like to be seen. Clark was angry because he thought they were partners. Riza stands her ground, so he tells her to deal in him. Matt Riza kisses Y&R. Adam teaches Nick all the tricks of poker in their suit. Nick is getting impatient about getting to Matt. Adam tells him to be patient. Nick is in a lot of pain and Adam confronts him. He's not okay. Nick says he is just annoyed that it's taking so long to get to Matt Clark. He tells Adam to go wow Riza. Adam, Y&R. Matt thinks Riza doesn't want him around because her good friend is back in town. Riza wants to know if he still was what it takes. If he does, everyone will benefit. Mac wants to talk to the guy. Riza asks Matt, what's up? When he gets a text, he says it's something he should deal with, even though he was excited to meet her friend. He kisses her and then leaves. Adam and the other card players show up and the game starts. Adam wins all the chips. Welcome back, Spider, Riza says. Adam, Y&R. Adam makes fun of Riza for not trusting him after the other players have left. We did really well. He wants to know what they will do next, now what he has passed to test. Riza says she has a partner now, but she is not the last word. Who is this guy? Adam asks. Riza won't tell him her name. Adam remembers that she never wanted to be with anyone. What changed? Nick lets the drug dealer's friend into the suit. He tells him that he needs enough pills for 6 or 7 people. The guy gives him a little baggie of something extra as a thank you for the business. Nick wants to know if he knows Mish Buckle. The man says no. Nick Dealer, Y&R. The last scenes. Danny is very happy at Crimson Lights and goes inside to call his tour manager. Danny asks Tessa if she is sure she wants to do this. Yes, she is, but she hopes she didn't push him into it. He tells her that it's okay, no promises, no expectations. She looks a little shocked, just friends. Tessa, Y&R. Phyllis tells Sharon at the park that she wants everything she wanted when they were in that cell and were going to die. Sharon says that the success came at a cost. Phyllis says that Victor and the Newmans are doing well. She only has herself, but they have each other. Sharon says that people are mad at her because they care. Phyllis says that everyone in this town can love her without conditions. She thanks Sharon for talking to her. She is probably the only person left she would have talked to, but she realized today that she is on her own. Y&R, Sharon, Phyllis. In Vegas, Nick Stiller leaves the suite and Nick pisses and grits his teeth while looking out the window. Adam asks Riza if her partner is his replacement in the game room. She shrugs and says, different skill set, and then they talk about making plans for a meeting. When it's time, she'll decide he needs to keep his attention on her for now. She kisses him after that. And this is where the story quietly turns dangerous. because none of these choices feel small anymore. You can feel it building, can't you? Like every character is standing one step away from a fall they may not recover from. In my opinion, this isn't just drama, this is a warning about control. How first, things slip when emotions start making the decisions instead of logic. Nick thinks he's in control, but he is already too far gone to see the truth. Sienna is fighting for love, but is it love or fear of losing something she never fully had? And Victor, he doesn't just play the game, he becomes the game, which makes every move around him feel like a trap waiting to snap. But here's the part that really stays with me. When people start hiding who they are, pretending, spying, manipulating, it doesn't just hurt others, it slowly destroys them from the inside. So now I have to ask you, do you really think Noah still has feeling he is not admitting, or is Sienna seeing something that isn't really there? And what about Nick? Is this the beginning of his downfall or the moment someone finally pulls him back before it's too late? Because if things keep moving this way, I honestly believe we are heading toward a major breaking point, a betrayal that no one can undo, a loss that will hit harder than anyone expects, and maybe, just maybe, a moment where one wrong choice changes everything forever. So stay close to this story, not just for the drama but for the truth hiding underneath it, because the next twist might not come with a warning.